29 countries, one stage, one empty chair. In Shanghai, Xi Jinping just launched a brand new global AI body, with Pakistan and Russia signing on as founding members. Every single BRICS nation joined: Brazil, Russia, China, South Africa, except one. India's seat stayed empty while Islamabad took a place at the table. So what exactly did China just build? Why did India choose to sit this one out? Is this really about artificial intelligence or about something bigger aimed squarely at Washington? And what does India's absence say about where New Delhi sees its future in the global AI order? Here is why this development matters to India's AI future. On July 16, 29 countries signed the founding agreement for a brand new international body in Shanghai. It's called the World Artificial Intelligence Cooperation Organization, WAICO for short. Headquartered in Shanghai, built by China, launched personally by Xi Jinping. Pakistan signed, Russia signed, so did Brazil and South Africa. China's own Foreign Minister Wang Yi put his name on the agreement. India did not. Reports from the ceremony note something symbolically striking. Every founding member of BRICS, Brazil, Russia, China, South Africa, joined WAICO. Everyone except India. New Delhi's chair in Shanghai simply stayed empty. So what is this body meant to do? On paper, WAICO commits its members to promoting international cooperation and global governance of artificial intelligence under the principle of the UN Charter. The stated goal: making sure AI develops in a direction that's beneficial, safe, and equitable for everyone, not just the handful of tech superpowers. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres reportedly attended the launch, lending the body a notable stamp of international legitimacy. Xi Jinping set the tone himself, saying artificial intelligence, quote, should not be solo performance by a single country, but a symphony of international cooperation, end quote. He also pledged 5,000 AI training opportunities for developing countries over the next 5 years. The founding membership list tilts heavily towards the global south. Alongside Pakistan and Russia, it includes Kazakhstan, Indonesia, Malaysia, Laos, Senegal, Belarus, Serbia, Cuba, and Venezuela. Roughly 10 African nations and 12 Asian ones. That's a wide net. It's also notably a list built almost entirely from countries outside the Western Technology Alliance system. India, the world's most populous nation and a major emerging AI player, is conspicuously not on it. Here's the part that matters more than the guest list. Analysts widely read WAICO as Beijing's institutional answer to a separate American-led framework called Silica, launched last year to strengthen AI supply chain cooperation among US allies. Silica signatories include Japan, the UK, Australia, the Philippines, Israel, and India. That's the real story here. This is not just China building a club, it's China and the United States building two competing AI blocs. And countries are increasingly being sorted into one camp or the other. Xi made his position on America's role explicit too, criticizing what he called the overstretching of national security concepts in AI, a clear jab at Washington's export controls on advanced chips, controls that have squeezed China's access to cutting-edge semiconductor technology. So why did India skip Shanghai? The answer is not really about Beijing rejecting India, it's about India already having chosen a different table. India is already a Silica signatory, aligned with the US-led coalition on AI supply chains alongside treaty partners like Japan, Australia, and the UK. Joining a rival, China-headquartered body at the same time would have muddied that position considerably, especially with Pakistan sitting as a founding member on the other side. There's also the broader context. Days earlier, following Donald Trump's visit to Beijing, China and the US had already agreed to hold their own separate dialogue on AI development and governance. That suggests even Washington and Beijing are managing this rivalry through direct channels, not necessarily through blocs like WAICO. Many people think whoever builds the smartest AI wins. That is only half the story. History shows that countries shaping global standards often gain influence that lasts for decades. America dominated the internet partly because American companies built the platforms and protocols. China now wants a similar influence in artificial intelligence. If Chinese AI models, cloud platforms, safety frameworks, and governance standards become widely adopted across Asia, Africa, and Latin America, Beijing's influence will extend far beyond technology. This is why the new organization matters. It is less about today's AI models, it is more about tomorrow's rules. For India, this moment demands strategic clarity. India cannot afford to become merely a consumer of foreign AI. It must become a creator. That means investing in indigenous foundation models, semiconductor manufacturing, high-performance computing, trusted data sets, and AI talent. It also means strengthening partnerships with democracies while maintaining engagement with the global south. Most importantly, India must actively participate wherever global AI rules are written. For India, the message from Shanghai is less about exclusion and more about clarity. New Delhi has already picked its lane in the global AI race, working alongside Western allies rather than inside a China-headquartered institution that now counts Pakistan among its founding members. The empty chair in Shanghai wasn't a snub India suffered, it was a seat India chose not to take.
If they had a nuclear weapon,
The old rules are breaking. Alliances are shifting.
Apologize again to the victims of the paedophile Jeffrey Epstein.
Wars are redrawing maps. Oil routes can shake economies overnight. One election in America can impact markets in Mumbai.
no tax on tips.
One move by China can alter the balance in Asia. One conflict in West Asia can hit every Indian household. This is no longer a distant story. This is our story. Your story. Because for the first time in decades, India is not watching from the sidelines. India is rising. India is negotiating. India is balancing rivals. India is building military strength. India is shaping trade routes. India is becoming central to the new global order. And yet, most global news is still told through someone else's lens. Washington's lens, Beijing's lens, London's lens. But where is India's lens? Where is the platform that explains the world from our perspective? Welcome to India's Axis, a new destination for geopolitics, strategy and power seen through India's eyes. From Neighborhood Watch to the biggest global stories that matter to you. Why tensions in the Taiwan Strait matter to India. How one move by China can affect India's security. What turmoil in Pakistan means for regional stability. How Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Bhutan shape India's neighborhood. Why oil choke points can hit your wallet. How wars abroad can reshape India's security. This is not noise. This is not shouting. This is not recycled headlines. This is sharp, intelligent storytelling. Daily explainers, war room analysis, strategic conversations. Because news is everywhere, but perspective is rare, and in the age of confusion, clarity is power. Axis is for the audience that wants more than headlines. The axis of global power is shifting. India is at the center of that shift. It's time the world was explained accordingly, to understand the world through India's strategic lens. Subscribe now.